Ik ben nog gaan over het. Ik weet het, maar je gaat zo wat. Dat ik nog om druk.
Waar moet je nog maar onder?
Onder geld, ik wil zak lekker. Een kry. Ik kan zijn hand. Hoe zeg je? Je gaat zo. Zo kom je sparen. Moet je klaarmaken?
Ik moet niet zeggen in jou of niet. Maar ik voor jou.
Dat is een klein beetje shading, maar ze bij shading. Dus die focus is meer op Donald Duck gebeurt, maar nou je shading zien.
Ben je klaar voor?
Waar? Hier? Ik heb nog net die stukje gewoon aan ze klaar, ja. Sorry. Ja.
Something. So, with that being said, I thought, oh snap, I'm done in this industry. I'm done, This is what you define as unprofessionalism right here. This is what that is, right? This is the epitome of it. And Spike was like, more than ever, he was just understandable. And I think the director, Anthony Mandler, was just stoked, like, man, this is so horrible, man, I'm loving this. I'm like, yo, my friend is incarcerated now, he obviously called me back to do the thing with you, but what ended up happening was I made really good friends with your son, John David. Really good friends, and he's a really good brother, and that was one.
So you and John David tight? He doesn't see films.
Yo, so me and your son is in that film.
Nah, I know that.
Yeah, so.
But I didn't know you were tight.
Yeah, so my dad died on Christmas Eve, right? And so every Christmas I usually tend to, get depressed and stay by myself, and I get like a hermit crab, and I just want to be like alone about all this bullshit. And, my friends were trying to cheer me up, and at the time I was, I had my little lady friend at the time, and it was Christmas Eve, and I was just sipping lean the whole night and smoking marijuana, and
What'd you call it?
Yeah, marijuana. The J ain't silent where I come from, so we smoking a little bit of marijuana, right? And the shorty I was with was like, just like bored out of my mind, because I was just depressed, right? And my brother Frank, he was just like, bro, get the fuck out of the house, man. Frank Ocean. Like, bro, you gotta get out the house. I can't see you like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, bro, I'm gonna come through with y'all. And he came through, and I got a call, like, John David and Frank was supposed to meet and all of that stuff. John David was like, yo, it's Christmas, yo. Like, y'all come to the crib. I'm like, what?
Oh, you were in L.A.?
Yeah, I came to your house.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Keep going.
This nigga don't cook for everyone like this. He only
No, wait, back up.
Wait,
You said I cook?
not you, but your wife and Samuel.
All that.
Yeah, your wife, Samuel, everybody, the friends and family, everybody was cooking. He had an apron on, and you know the OG had came, so we get there, right? Beautiful, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna get too much details. I ain't gonna get too much details of the decor and how it's laid out, because we know it's a lot of robbers out there. We ain't got time for that.
A lot of pistols. Correct. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it fucked up.
Oh, yo, don't get it twisted.
Well, look, the decor crazy and everything, right? So I go in and it's just a family vibe, man. It's just like, of course, it's JB, it's John David. It's gonna be a family vibe. Everything about him is honorable and positive, as you know. And I'm not just saying that because his father is, because we on cameras. He's a really good dude, you know, on and off screen. So, long story short, we in there, we chilling. Got to see his wife. I got to see all the family. Got to meet everybody, and OG just come through, right? And when he come through, it's like a movie. I damn near might have saw a light behind him. Came through, and he had he had a towel over his head. He was going like this. My man took the towel off. I thought he was half Dominican. He had mad curls. Just I'm like, yo.
Wait, how many years? When was this now?
It's like 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 26.
But you say it like it was like last week.
Yeah,
That was 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he curly, all that. And so we chilling, and you gave me some of the illest advice. You was like, this your girlfriend? I was like, nah, this my friend. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, the family, man, you know? He's like, in a few years, you know, you got to get it together. It's about the family. It's about this. You know, and I'll never forget that. My pops made it to where I met this man, you know, and got to be with JD and everybody on Christmas. I feel like that was divine, and I feel like that was more than just pure coincidence.
Is that like a turning point, you think?
Absolutely, just due to the simple fact that, you know, it was just like, I got to meet my idol. One of my idols of all time, like this guy right here, no bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, word. Well, I think JD wanted to make sure I wasn't like his, you know, illegitimate biological brother or some shit like that.
It might be right.
Say, yo, nigga, come over here, man. I need you to swipe. Look, take this swab real quick and let me get that back. We gotta check out, you know what I mean?
If you had $1,
I'll be a trillionaire. I'll be a trillionaire, man, I'm telling you.
man, wait till the movie comes out.
But I needed that. I got out the house, you know, and it was a crazy experience. And usually I'm with my family in New York, but I was in LA alone. Man, I got to be with a real family, and I got to be with family.
That meant a lot to you, right?
That meant a lot to me, and thank you.
Thank my wife. When I saw her family, that's how I felt. Because I'm from a broken home. So I'm like, man, these people be crying and stuff together. And, you know, I knew I wanted to be a part of that. I just didn't know I wasn't a part of that. So I wanted that. It was a part of me. And I wanted to be a part of it because it wasn't, you know, like I said, no grandmothers, no broken home, all that kind of stuff.
I can't believe you grew up without grandparents.
Yeah, no.
You don't rub me as the type, like, you kind of come across.
Long gone, hard working, died young, I guess.
And most of your family is from New York City?
My mother's from Georgia.
Okay.
She's from Camilla, Georgia.
Okay.
It's a long story, you know. It's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
Long story.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was raised in Harlem.
Your mom's from
Yeah,
Harlem?
my mother was born and raised. I mean, she was born in Camilla, Georgia. Then they came up to Baltimore, I think she was 2. And then they got up here, I think she was 3 or 4 years old when we got up to Harlem. And she was raised, I remember we used to ride around. I said, Mom, where'd you live? She said, we ain't got that much time. Because they moved when the rent was due.
Wow.
She said, we lived there. They went to Kelly Temple. They were raised in Kelly Temple Church of God in Christ.
It must have been 2023, June month, middle of the year, and Greg came to me and he's like, listen, man, I have this idea called Glute, and immediately we had this conversation and we were like, it was it.
My name is Greg Tinker from Glute. We formed Glute in November 2023. My whole idea was to formulate a supplement brand that looked like a beauty brand, and that's kind of what birthed Beauty.
So we have designed a full range just focused on females and looking after their needs.
We were sitting one morning having coffee, diving into the planners for the week. All of a sudden, this phone just started going, like a lot more than what we were used to. And it was a stop. Went on our socials, dug around, looked at, didn't necessarily find what had actually happened, and then we identified it, put it on social media, and so we went viral.
I think it just had further validation that the brand was working and the partnership with Takeoff was a successful decision. Our product was viewed by hundreds of thousands of people. We were able to target those people through Takeoff's marketing platform.
A very exciting partnership with them. We've got such a great collaboration in our business built up brand. From a major reach perspective, definitely played such a valuable impact on what we're trying to do, and definitely accelerated that entirely.
We became the number one selling product in our category at Takeoff within 10 months, and that opened the doors to all the major retailers in South Africa.
We supply accordingly, and our consumer has access to our full range of products where they are, whenever they need.
And it's not just sending a generic message, it's actually trying to help all the community while trying to live up the stubborn fact. I think that's what all of us are trying to do.
Partnering with Takeoff is just pure value. Everything from the marketing to the support teams to the sell-through has been amazing.
It's really incredible that we've gotten major retailers to see the same excitement for our brand and to also see the same excitement for us being behind it.
We are a small but dynamic team. Everyone's input and what we do in a day-to-day basis is so valuable.
It's been so exciting to just see how favorite brand has been and to just see the attraction towards wanting to be part of what we're trying to do.
Hate being stuck in a slump? Beat it with Slowbag. Its fast absorption fights tiredness and muscle cramps and aids in rapid recovery. Beat your slump fast with Slowbag. Also, try the new Slowbag Performance with high-strength magnesium and ginseng.
Yeah, man.
The big office.
Yeah.
Do you usually start with a track, or do you, like, how does writing work for you?
It varies. Usually the time me and the boys get in the studio and I can just go off a simple drum loop that I like. My process starts with just a whole bunch of premeditated thoughts. The process of me thinking about the idea and what I want to say next. You know, and by the time I get into the studio, I have to find that exact sound that triggered the emotion or the idea that I thought about 2 months ago.
Would you have more than one of those going at the same time? Like you have 6 of those before you go into the studio, or do you do them one at a time?
One at a time.
So the concept of you sort of live with it and let it grow. You make notes.
Definitely, all the time. I have to make notes because a lot of my inspiration comes from meeting people, going outside of the country or going around the corner to my old neighborhood, talking to a 5-year-old little boy, and I have to remember these things. You know, I have to write them down, and then 5 or 3 months later, I have to find that same emotion that I felt when I was inspired by it. So I have to dig all the way deep and see what were the things that triggered the idea.
Does it always come back?
It comes back. It comes back. It comes back because I have key words that make me realize the exact motion or true inspiration. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a process. It's a working process. I'm my worst critic. For sure.
Tell me about that a little bit. Your
it's really about me challenging myself. I think my excitement in doing music is me feeling like I'm never stagnant, me feeling like I didn't get comfortable in my own skin of what I think is good or what someone else thinks is good. Stepping outside of my comfort zone and mastering it. And that excites me. And I feel like I've accomplished that. It just keeps the hunger for more and more. I don't feel like I ever stop.
Do you ever consider, so when you think about the challenge to yourself, do you ever consider the listener or who's going to, like the audience at all, or is it more like just self-expression?
I used to consider the listener. But now I'm in a space where if I'm not inspired, I can't really, do the music. I can't feel it. I think I put enough hours and work to be able to pen a 100-bar verse on the spot at any given moment. But for me to actually feel an idea and a concept has to come from me. And a lot of times I have to block out a lot of different needs and wants, just for my own selfish reasons. But at the end of the day, it comes out where, whether you like it or not, you're going to know it comes from a real place. And it's going to feel unapologetic, not compromising, and it's going to feel me.
Has there ever been anything that you felt like, I don't want to say that on a record? Like it feels like...
That's a great question. I always said to myself, if I said it on record, I never retract my statements. Because it's my self-expressions. You can have your opinions on it, you can feel a certain type of way, but it's how I feel. And I can't contradict that at all, and sometimes I do come across them lines, as rappers, we always have that, that thing about us where, it is controversy, but it came from some type of inspiration, and I have to say it, I have to be vocal about it,
And you ever look back on any and feel like you'd like to change any of the...
Gerrit Prins!
It'll be me saying I shouldn't have held back.
Ja, hoe die.
You're not going to be in a box and saying what you want to say, and that's where I'm at now.
Content-wise, do you feel like you can talk about anything, or do you feel an obligation to talk about certain things?
I can talk about anything.
That's great.
And I can talk about anything, and this is the challenge for me. Being able to talk about anything and make it connect. To a listener, can either feel like you, or feel like they understand you, or you have just a deeper connection for you listen. Talking to a kid and making that represent something, feel like something.
Ja, hij lijkt zo nou, bro. Hij lijkt nou zo nou.
Society may not want to hear it, but still have it.
Ik kan het kloon moeten nog doen.
Dan ik wie 3 keer deze les voor.
Ja, daarom.
Ik
denk reeds aan jouw tijd ook, man.
ja. Nee, ik zeg wel eens klaar meer als wat hij dan is. Zie je?
Ja, nee.
Weet je wat ik maak? Kijk eens op. Als hij recht was, nee.